Sorry about that. I was cut off by Microsoft's encoder. Apparently, the free version only allows for 10 minutes. So it looks like we're going to have three, and hopefully, we just have three clips for this presentation. So, again, this is the designer. He's sitting in the chair. He's able to pan around 360 degrees and get a perspective of his design before he actually builds the prototype. And anytime you can flush out design problems before you actually go for the first build of a prototype, the cost gets is less, right? There's fewer revisions made. And this is especially true when you have large scale projects such as an airplane. Anything you can do that can give you perspective of the design from the person who's actually going to be sitting in these seats gives you that edge and allows you to flush out design issues that you may need to fix. Okay, this was in the original slide. I didn't take it out. It's not 360 degree augmented reality. It's just a fun picture of augmented reality. Okay, so augmented reality is what I'm going to use to add interpretive material to the exhibit in the Virgin Swamp. So here's a traditional museum. The interpretive material is that text that supplements the artifact, and it's to inform the visitor, right? So on the left, the railroad depot, there's usually, that first poster will tell the story, begin to tell the story. The second poster provides facts, right? These are supplemented with pictures. Same as on the right. There's a story being told, and the story has pictures as the artifacts, but it's the interpretive material that aids the visitor in understanding what this exhibit is about. There's also interpretive material that supplements physical artifacts, such as this pottery exhibit. And that, material will help the visitor understand how the pottery was made, who used it, how old it is, things like that. So I want to play this video, which I made in the office, and it will show you how we plan to use augmented reality in the exhibit to provide interpretive material for the visitor. So let's watch this. We have here on the wall an example of one of the markers that's in the Virgin Swamp, and what I want to show is how a visitor will come through and see the exhibit, which is going to be using augmented reality. I have here open an augmented reality browser, which will be part of the app. What they do is they tap, the browser will then scan this marker, looking for a match, which we've uploaded. When it finds it, it will begin to load it. When it's loaded, it shows here that it's a slideshow. We tap, the slideshow will open full screen, and the visitor will simply swipe as they would do with any slideshow widget, go through at their leisure and learn more about what's at this Exhibit 1. So we have up to H here, and we can add videos and others, widgets like links, things like that, and we'll let everybody try this with a hands-on demo today. That's it. Okay, so this was one of the demos we had Saturday. Another demo was of points of interest that Daniel helped me put together and get launched. And I don't have a video of that, probably should have gotten that. But we will definitely be demoing all of what we have so far at the meeting later this month. So there's the Pocock Trail, which will be the exhibit's location. We have decided and put down 10 object augmented reality markers, so that we will have 10 interpreted positions or spots, and the markers are already in the swamp. Now, when I was working with Steve, we were laying out a process mainly to make sure that this process was going to be doable by everybody, on most people. So while hashing all this out, we realized if this is a museum, we need a welcome and a thank you. So we've added 2 more markers. I've also tentatively looking at putting 2 geo markers or exhibits down. One being a mammoth grazing when you first come into the exhibit, and the second being a pterodactyl, which is getting pushed back. I'm being asked to put an eagle in there instead. Maybe an eagle and a pterodactyl. Also want to add 2 360-degree AR exhibits, one being Lake Tonawanda and a second being the glacier. So the visitor will be able to turn around and see what that area looked like when there were glaciers there, and also when it was Lake Tonawanda was there. So we have this sort of map out, and this will get flushed out as we move forward, but you get the idea. The visitor will start with a welcome, and there'll be a mammoth. There'll also be an augmented reality docent at the beginning, and I believe Andy's going to help us with that. And then a thank you. And again, when we have the augmented reality docent talking, we can do some interaction with the actual person who's leading the tour. So if Steve's leading the tour and the visitors are watching Andy give the presentation via a video that's brought down using augmented reality, we could stage little pauses and where it looks like Andy is talking to Steve. Just some fun things to do and think about. This is my schedule. Literature review is going very well. I have the material compiled and pretty much set to go. The hardest part, not the hardest, the longest and most time-intensive was the prototypes. Again, this was building these slides and a process that would be easy for the trustees to put together. So we're at a position now, we just got to stamp out the rest of the exhibits. It's coming along very quick. We need to include some time to test these in the swamp. I am also building an app, and the app, my first thought was that we needed an app as a failsafe, because the technology may be a little grainy potentially in the swamp because it's such a remote location. It's actually not necessary. It works fabulously. And I need to flush out the experiment that I'll be doing. So those are my next step: the experiment, the mobile app, getting the 2 360-degree artifacts, which I'm very close to getting, and working out the 3-dimensional artifacts. So that I should have a better idea the end of the month where we stand with that when I present for the at the members meeting. Anyway, that was all I have. And email me if you have any questions or you want any more information. I'm glad I finished this within my 10-minute free time limit. And thank you all. I hope you enjoyed it.